welcome back to News Channel 7 Plus Today's How To Tuesday, where we say it's never too late to learn a new skill, hobby, maybe something fun with friends.
And just to clarify, I know how to play. I was just How To Tuesday, keeping it on what's the word I'm going for? Keeping it
Broad?
No,
General?
It'll come back to me. I'll randomly bring it back up when it comes back.
When you find it.
That's unfortunately what I do. So.
Okay. So yeah, today we're gonna learn some Texas Hold'em.
Okay. Let's do it.
Before we get into it, what do you guys know about poker, Texas Hold'em? Do you know the difference between when I say Texas Hold'em?
I've lost a lot of money. That's what I know.
I could say a couple unfortunate things, which is Beyonce has a song called Texas Hold'em, something like that.
Okay.
And when it comes to poker in general, I've seen the movie Molly's Game.
That's a good one. About Texas Hold'em and everything like that. It was a good movie that I watched recently.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, we want to promote, we're not promoting gambling. Let's just say that.
First and foremost.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
But I think Texas Hold'em and just any card game really is a great way to just sit back and relax with friends. It doesn't have to be for money, obviously. So it's just a good way to pass some time.
A way to hang out with friends. You know, you buy a set once and, you know, be able to hang out, not spend a bunch of money, and learn a new skill. That's what How To Tuesday is all about.
No doubt. And then I think this set I got from Target for like 20 bucks. So,
oh wow.
$20 investment, what, like $4 deck of cards? Actually, it comes with a set of playing cards, but I like cards, so I don't like those. Those are too flimsy. Anyways, all right, so let's go over the basics here. So we have our chips that you just saw, and we have all these different colored chips, meaning different denominations of money, right? So when you're playing like backyard poker, some people use these as different denominations. When I play with me and my buddies, every chip is just worth the same, just so it doesn't get super confusing.
Yeah.
So let's get out some chips, and I will just go into a little demonstration.
Thank you, dealer.
All right, so let me just move this out of the way. Give us some space here. Okay. So, as you can see off to the side, we have these three chips right here. To start, we
Real
have...
quick, how many people do you need to play?
As many people as a table can hold, and then as much chips as you can have. This is for backyard.
Okay, so for example, do we have enough people to kind of demonstrate like a little demo round?
Yeah, you need, I mean, you could just play with two. I think it gets a little boring.
Yeah.
But 3 people, I'd say 4 people is a sweet spot because you have these chips right here.
Okay.
So to start is you have a dealer coin, a little blind, and a big blind, and this happens before you see any sort of cards, so people can get their bets in. That's how chips get moving around.
Okay.
First thing I would say for anyone who doesn't know how to play poker is to go on your phone and look up the card rankings.
Okay.
Because that's how you win a hand, right? So I couldn't get anything to show you guys, but basically you have...
Are you able to show us a couple examples of the cards?
Yes. So basically you got your most basic, like decent hand, I guess you say, is a pair, right? So I think it would just be better to explain what a final round of poker is going to look like. So on the table, you're going to have 5 cards, right? 5 cards. Everyone's going to have their individual cards, and obviously you wouldn't see them, but Emmett, that's for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you have your card rankings on your phone and you're just watching and playing along here, you can kind of see what's going on. So does anyone... Also, sorry, there's a lot of rules, so I'm just, everything's going over in my head.
Yes.
But these 5 cards are everyone's shares, and you're trying to have the best hand.
So you're playing off of the 5 cards that are here?
And the cards in your hand, yes.
Okay.
So you have to take that into consideration with everyone else, because I see on the table there are 2 5s. So everyone right now has a pair.
Okay.
which is the second lowest hand to
Okay,
win.
so looking at your hand,
Yes.
you have 3 diamonds?
I do. So I
So
have.
this would be a pair as well?
Yep,
Okay.
that's right. Emmett has an 8, so he's
deal.
got a pair. So that would mean Emmett and I have a 2 pair, meaning we both have a pair of 5s and a pair of 3s.
Okay.
So how it would decide is now whoever has the highest pair. So we both have the 5s, but then Emmett has the 8, so he would win this hand.
Okay.
So
Alright.
It doesn't look like I have anything.
no.
Hold on, can you
Except for
explain what
the
the pair
fives.
is?
Yes. So again, everyone shares all these 5 cards.
This is
So-
Emmett's 8, so
Yes.
that's his pair.
So everyone has a pair of 5s, and then Emmett has an 8, so he has these pair of 5s and these pair of 8s. I have these pair of 5s and these pair of 3s, meaning I have a 2 pair as well. But like I said, Emmett has high cards, so he would win this hand.
And there's nothing that I have here because if you have kind of what we refer to as like the cheat sheet,
Yes.
where you can see what those different, almost like, I don't want to use the wrong terminology, but almost like what the different sets could be.
Yeah. And I think I can try and go over them real quick. So let's say no one has a pair. Let's just say this is what everyone has on the table, right? There are no pairs in the river. So it would
This
then,
is the river.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll go over that in a sec. But let's say Emmett didn't have an 8 and he had this too. So no one has a single pair.
Okay.
Right? So then it would go to high card, which is out of everyone, Emmett has a queen, and so it goes ace, king, jack, 10, all the way down, right? So ace is your high card. So that's your first hand. Emmett would win off a high card. Then you have a pair, which we kind of went over. If someone has another card paired, or if they have a pocket pair, which is in their hands, right? Again, a lot to go over right now.
And you said ace, king, queen, jack, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
ace, queen, king, jack, 10, all
Ace,
the way down.
queen, and then king.
Ace, king, queen.
Queen, okay.
Yes, so ace is the highest card, king's the next, then queen.
All right.
So you have your pair. You had the 2 pair, which we just went over when you have 2 sets of pairs. You have, I believe next is a 3 of a kind. So let's say we go back to our example of there's 2 5s on the table and someone else has a 5 in their hand. Like let's say I had a 5, 3 of a kind. Easy enough, right? You have 3 of the same kind.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right, let's just keep going down the line. I believe the next one would be a straight. Do any of you guys know what a straight is?
I have guesses.
Let me hear them.
Is a straight like 4 through? Is it straight numbers or is it a straight suit? I guess is my 2 guesses.
So that is the difference right there. So a straight is only sequential numerical pattern.
Okay, so it can be any.
Yes, and it has to be 5 though. You need
Okay.
5 cards.
So, for example, I have 7 and 9. There's an 8 right here. If I had the other 2,
if you
it
had
would
a
be a
6,
straight.
so you could have 5. Let's say this was a 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, then that would be a
Which
straight.
most of the time would be a lot of hands.
Okay.
Next one is a flush, which is what you're thinking of. Someone has 5 of the same suit.
Okay.
So let's say, I mean, Emmett's got 2 spades over there, already 1 spade here, but let's say there was, 3 spades on the table. That would be a flush.
And it doesn't matter what order they're in.
No, those don't matter. It's just same suit.
Okay.
At least for a flush. There's a thing called a straight flush,
Okay.
meaning you have a sequential number pattern with all the same suit. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Okay. Were you seeing the kind of glazed over look in my eyes there for a second?
Well, there's a lot. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
And
Do you think we could do like a little demo round?
yeah, let's do it real quick. Okay. Everyone, hand me your cards and get your chips ready. I will shuffle them real quick.
So these can be my chips. Those can be
Yes.
Emmett's chips.
So, again, these chips right here kind of help distribute money. So whoever's left of the dealer is usually big.
Do that one more time for the camera there.
I told you I was a card enthusiast. Okay. So this is kind of how it would start. Everyone gets 2 cards to start. And you guys don't show, but I'm going to show the camera here. And don't look at the camera.
I'm not looking.
So here is my set of cards. All right.
Emmett, were you looking?
No. I was looking at my cards.
So, and to kind of go over, Emmett's got big blind and Mia's got little blind.
Okay.
So the big blind pays the amount, whatever you set. Again, in the backyard poker, and how I like to play is 2 chips is big blind, little blind only pays 1. And you just go around. If you like your cards, you can put 2 chips in. And so that means I want to see what comes out on the table.
Okay, so for example, because you're putting those chips in right away, if I lifted these up and I knew there was basically no chance, like that's a bad combo for any of those cards to almost match that like cheat sheet, I could bail out and not even put.
Yeah, you could fold, which is that term.
Okay.
But since you are little blind, you at least have to put 1 chip in.
Oh, okay. So you had to
Yes.
put in 2. Okay.
So if Emmett didn't like his cards, he could fold, but since how we're playing is you put 2 chips in to see it, why would he fold? Let's just see what goes on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mia, would you like to play? You only have 1 chip in. You need.
Oh, I have to match, right?
You need 2 chips to see these next cards.
Okay.
Awesome. And I'm just going to move this out of the way. So how this works is you have the flop, which means you have the first 3 cards. And you always burn your first card. So here we go. We got Ace of Spades, 6 of Heart, 8 of Diamonds.
Okay.
So Emmett, he would start, he would look at his cards and see, okay, do I have anything good? Do I have nothing? Now it's up to him to decide, okay, let's say I have nothing. You can bluff and put some chips in to make us think that he has a good hand.
Yeah.
Or he could just check, meaning, okay, goes to you, I'm not putting any bets in. So Emmett's going to check, and that's the universal signal for check, is just that double knock right there. All right, so Mia has also checked, but reminder again of my cards. I'm going to bet 2 chips. We'll just throw that right in the middle. So now, since I bet, we go back around the table. If Emmett wants to keep going, he has to match, or what is called a call.
So you put in 2?
Yep, 2. All right, and then if Mia also has to put in 2, or she can fold. All right, sweet. So now everyone's in, and at a table, like at a casino, these bets could just keep going on. Backyard poker, it's, okay, since I was the last person and I bet, if you already checked, you can't raise anymore, right? So, okay, now we move on to the turn, which means seeing the 4th card. So we have a 2 of Hearts. Emmett's going to start. Let's see what he's thinking of.
4.
He's going to put 4. All right, Mia, 4 to keep going. You can call, which is putting in 4. You could raise him, or you can fold.
You know, for the sake of this still being a demo and nothing's going on, I'll put in 4.
All right, I'm also going to call. I'm going to put in 4 chips as well. All right, so everyone's in. This is your final card, which is called the River. So the River is when you see this 5th card. Let me just adjust here. All right, 7 of clubs. Emmett, your bet to start. This is our final round of betting.
All in.
He's going all in. Okay.
So I have to go in
All in or fold.
It's a demo round. All in.
Okay, I'm going all in too. I think I got a pretty good hand.
Set the tone.
All right, Emmett, since you bet first, you have to show your cards. What do you got here? Okay, so he's
Queen
got...
and a 2.
Let's throw this just a little closer. So Emmett's got a 2 of clubs and a Queen of Spades. So he has nothing.
You have nothing and
He
you
has
put
nothing.
4 in?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mia, so
told
technically, he has high card. So everyone at least has some sort of winning hand, right? But it might not be the best hand. So at
He
this
has
point...
a 2 pair.
Oh, he has a pair of 2s.
A pair of 2s.
Because there's a difference between a 2 pair and a pair of 2s.
Oh, get out.
So just kidding. Emmett has a pair of 2s. Mia, do you beat a pair of 2s?
Probably.
A pair, okay, she has a pair. What is your, and a king. Okay, so let's say I was out and it was just up to them. That is funny because they both have a pair of twos, then it would go to high card and king is higher. But you guys both lost because I had a 2 pair from the start. I had the 6.
Oh, this was rigged. You were showing us how to.
Well, that's the point of this segment, is it not?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well,
Yeah.
when we play poker, we love to play for fun, and it's a great way to get the gang all together. And you know, we really just play for bragging rights and M&Ms.
Yeah, and again, we don't want to promote gambling, so if you have a gambling problem, please call the National Problem Gambling Hotline at 1-800-MY-RESET.
But thanks so much for joining us for this How To Tuesday, and maybe you can just play with some friends. Well, coming up, we'll dive on into our Q&A.